Hey guys, we just felt like, given that this is our 10th game, we felt we had an obligation to come and speak to you guys. Obviously, Scott and I are not happy with where we are right now. We think the team's not performing to the level that we anticipated or we expected it to perform at, and it's something that we think we collectively have to do a better job of delivering the product on the floor that we said we would do at the start of this season. We still believe in our coaching staff. We believe in the plan that Scott and I put together and the players that we've assembled, but we also have to acknowledge that we haven't played at the level we expected to play at. We haven't played we've seen glimpses of how we can play as a team when everything comes together, but we've got to find a way to play complete games at the level that we expect our team to play at. And that's a responsibility that we take collectively, but I also think it's important for us to communicate to our fans that we're not happy where we are right now, and we're committed to making this better, but we have to, as a group, come together and be more consistent in terms of how we play.
With that, we'll take questions. Please wait for the mic. We'll go to Ian first.
Just out of curiosity, what spurred you guys to address us in this fashion? Because it's rare for it to happen.
We're not happy with where we are. This is not where we expect it to be at this point in 10 games in, and we just felt like we had an obligation to do that.
What's your sense about what the owner, James Dolan, feels about the product so far and the play of the team so far?
I mean, Jim still believes in the plan that we put together, but he's passionate as we are about this. So he would want us to have a better results on the floor as well. But I think Jim is a fan and believes in what we're doing, but he has the same kind of expectations that we have. And this is really about how we feel about what we should be doing and what we should be delivering as a group, and we all take responsibility for that.
Did he talk to you guys today?
We've talked to him during the game. I talked to him all the time over the course of the game.
Chris?
Do you feel like the level of effort is where it needs to be right now? I mean, do you feel like you're seeing enough just on the court that their effort is where it needs to be?
I think it's the lack of consistency there. For the most part, we've seen it, but you see sporadic efforts too, and that's what we talked about as we sat, during this game, and one of the reasons why we wanted to come out and address you guys, because we got to be consistent in all areas of the game, starting with effort.
Steve, I know you mentioned the 10 games, but is this something that if they played like they played Friday night, you wouldn't have come out tonight?
Well, I think if we had delivered that level of effort again tonight, and we probably wouldn't have come out. But this is something that we expected, a more complete game of basketball tonight than what happened on the floor, and we feel like we have an obligation to talk about that.
You talk about consistency, but does a lot of this come down to results as well? If this is a team that's winning 2 out of every 10 games, regardless of what the effort is, that will not be good enough in your eyes?
Well, again, we're not here focused on the record. We're focused on improvement and delivering a consistent effort, because we believe that if this team plays with the kind of effort they played on against Dallas, that we'll win basketball games. But the solution is for us to come out and give play a complete game of basketball every night.
For either of you, how difficult was tonight to watch, given the big win on Friday in Dallas?
I mean, obviously it was difficult. What you want to try to do in this league is stack consistent efforts. And after we, played the way we did down in Dallas, the expectation was that we would come back and at least play close enough to that level to give ourselves a better chance to win tonight. So that did not happen.
For both of you, what's the level of patience that you have with Coach Fizdale and this team to figure things out before you start considering making changes?
No, we have patience, and we believe in Coach, and we believe in the group that we put together. But we also know that, as Scott and I both have said a number of times, we need to find a way to have a consistent level of effort and execution that has to pull itself together. It's not good enough for us to play well for 2 quarters and then play poorly for 2 other quarters. What we have to do is find a way to play consistent basketball. And we believe in this group, and we believe they're capable of doing it, and we've just got to find a way to get them there.
We have 2 more.
I guess just for both of you guys, what's preventing this group from playing with that consistency that you want to see? What do you see? What's your analysis there?
I can't put my hand on what's preventing it. I think a lot of times, when you bring a lot of new guys together, we realize it might take some time with guys having to learn how to play with one another. But again, as we move forward, we're going to expect to see that improve. I think the willingness is there on the players' parts. It's just trying to figure out and adjust to playing, here in New York, and just to playing with one another. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Again, we've been below the line to this point, but hopefully this next stretch of 10 games, that we'll get above that line and have more consistent results.
Scott, you just said it that, it takes time for a group to come together when you've got this many new faces, but during the NBA season, there's so little time for practice at this point. So where do you guys start in terms of the plan and what you want to see?
Well, again, I think, you take advantage of as much film time as you can, as much together time as a unit. And our coaches, they do a good job of spending a lot of time with these guys, instructing them on the game plan, individual development. We just got to keep, pounding the rock, if you will, until it finally takes over. And so that's what we're going to continue to do. And every opportunity we do have to practice, we're going to practice hard. We're going to practice to get better and to practice to establish more consistency.
All right.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you.